As an athlete, one of the most common things that we struggle with is deciding to improve our game when we know, even when we know what we have to do. Usually when we're going to improve something, any skill that you need to improve is going to take is going to be seen as a risk. Even if it's not a real risk, it's going to be seen as a risk simply because you're doing something different. We don't deal very well with the stuff that is unfamiliar. That is something that we need to um, we need to see, look at things and say, okay, the difference between this thing that I've been doing for a while, even when it's not working, and this thing that I know that I need to change, or this thing that I know that I need to add to this. And why I'm taking so long, it's simply because what I'm adding on, what's a new thing, it's unfamiliar. Sometimes we wonder why is it so difficult for me to do the right things. Well, because to do the right things, even knowing that that's gonna save me from the problems that I've been or from the mistakes that I've been doing over and over. Well, because many times when we'd rather stay in a struggle that is known, that is certain, than moving towards the struggle that is unfamiliar, that we have never faced. When we struggle with something that we've been facing before or for a while, we have the false feeling, we have the wrong feeling of, okay, well, at least I know that I can deal with this. And that's one of the reasons why we don't move many times toward changes, or we don't change things that we know that we need to do. So whenever you find yourself knowing that you need to do something different in order to improve what you are doing, whether it's performing at something, whether you're an athlete or a businessman or a student, or any project, anything that you're doing, you have to, it is very important. Take a moment and just think, okay, remember, there are mistakes, there are things that are affecting me, but I'm familiar with them. I already know those things. That's why I put up with that. It's like the toxic boyfriend or girlfriend, or the toxic type of person that many people like to date. Why do they stick with them? Because they already know what's going to happen. They already know that it's okay. I know there is going to come fights and arguments and drama and stuff like that, and I've gone through that so many times before, and I survived it. See, and when they meet the right person, they say, I don't know, I don't even know if I'm gonna be good enough for this person, because this is a different caliber, this is a different stage. This person is not going to put up with the stupidity that other toxic people put up with me, because they have nowhere to go, or they simply know, okay, well, I know we're both toxic, or I'm toxic, and he or she's is putting up with me, so I have to let it go. See, so it's very important to analyze and see when the things that you need to, that you know that are going to help you to change. You have to distinguish, okay, this is something that I know is going to affect me. I'm probably not giving it, I'm probably don't have the whole perspective of how much it's affecting me. Why? Because I'm familiar with it, because I have gone through it before. But it seems like you're not looking back and seeing, okay, how much it's been dragging you, and how much it's already affecting you for God knows how long. So pay attention to those things. Learn to distinguish the things that are familiar but they're not helping you, and learn to see the things that are coming and say, okay, this is something that is going to help me, but and I know it, but I'm not moving forward. Why? Because it's uncertain, because I don't know if it's going to work, because I'm taking a risk, and what if it doesn't work? So pay attention to those things. If it's going to work, usually things are not going to work the very first time you try. You got to get that in mind too. It's gonna take a while, but you gotta learn to move on, and you gotta put those things in perspective. Give me a like, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Thank you.